Now, Fako Real Estate Development Agenda. Fako Real Estate Development Agenda. Like I said, I think some people joined when I'd already given a background of myself, because the truth is that it's good you understand the person that is teaching you, because you need to actually understand the person that is teaching you. So my name is George Babila Nfon. I'm Africa's most sought after real estate investment consultant, land banking consultant, PropTech entrepreneur, real estate futurist, and developer. I'm a real estate developer. I'm a trained business executive, a high-profile business executive. I was trained and certified in London, and I hold one of the high-ranking award when it comes to business management in London. So I was trained. I'm the chairman of Afoliba Group, one of African leading conglomerate with office in Boya, Africa. I'm the consultant and head of business intelligence of Crown Homes Holding, a subsidiary of Afoliba Group, a high street brand with focus on real estate development. I'm the lead global faculty trainer of Babila George University, the premier real estate university in Africa, with a vision to redefine real estate in Africa and closing the knowledge gap. I'm also, based on a community issue. My father happens to be one of the royals, so I'm the royal peacemaking monarch from Bolingong of Jen Kankundu the third. So I'm also the board member. I'm also a board member of Landmark Metropolitan University, and I'm a proud African who believes that everyone can make it regardless of one background. The truth is that everybody can make it. There's a lot of possibility out there. There's a lot of opportunities in Africa. At times, I wonder why so many of us Africans travel overseas, pass through the Mediterranean Sea just to go get, just to go out there to struggle to make things better for our families. The truth is that more of the traveling we have to do now is traveling in the brain, it is traveling of the mindset. So that is who I am. So we're going to dive deep into our event. So the reason for this event, for this Fako Real Estate Development Agenda, the reason for this event is to change the narrative of real estate investment in Fako. We want to change the real estate investment narrative in Fako. Or we can take it further, we can extend it to the entire Cameroon. So we want to encourage investors to see prospects in Fako. We want to raise more high earnings landlords. We want to sell our emerging location. I always tell people, the truth is that the kind of picture we paint about Africa, we either take Africa down or it's going to raise the bar of Africa. There are a lot of opportunities in Africa, but the truth is that we Africans, we need to be determined to sell our location. I've been to Dubai and I've been to other countries. I've seen, they have nothing, but the way they have been able to sell their country. Like I always tell people, Dubai is just water and desert. Dubai just used to be water and desert. In the year 90s, Dubai was just water and desert. There was nothing in Dubai. There was nothing Dubai, there was nothing the Emirate could write home about. But they were intentional to develop their tourism industry. I'm going to dive deep into this conversation. So the reason for this event, the real estate in Fako is a new oil where we need to take advantage of. So many of us young people, we need to take advantage of real estate investment in Fako, because real estate investment in Fako is a new oil well. It has been proven over the years that real estate have been able to produce the highest millionaires and the highest billionaires around the world. I don't care, you may be into IT, you may be in different industry, but the truth is that if you want to multiply your wealth, if you want to build more wealth, if you want to have a sustainable income, if you want to have a sustainable cash flow, you need to invest into real estate. You need to be able to invest into real estate, because real estate have proven that most of the billionaires you see around the world, the Mark Zuckerberg, all the guys you hear, Elon Musk, all the guys you hear around the world, the Dan Kutis, all the guys you hear around the world that are billionaires in dollars. We are also aspiring to become billionaires in dollars. all these guys have been able to hide their money in real estate. I want to quote an example of what recently happened in Nigeria. Dangote have been able to be one of the biggest refinery in Africa. The value of that refinery is not even the infrastructure is not even the infrastructure. When I talk about the infrastructure, the factory that was constructed, the value of that refinery is the land where that refinery is being constructed on. I tell you, because that refinery can be demolished at any time and something else can still be constructed on that land. What gives the value of any investment is land. So Dubai used to be water and desert, and now everybody want to visit Dubai for vacation. Everybody want to take their mom. Everybody want to go. There are a lot of people here who are aspiring to take their moms for vacation to Dubai. You can do that. If God bless you to have a certain level of financial freedom, you can be able to take your parents to Dubai and different destinations around the world, like Rwanda and the rest. So now Dubai used to be just water and desert. But so many people now want to go to vacation in Dubai. So many Africans want to travel to go look for a job in Dubai. Why? It's because this Emirates, they have decided to sell their destination. Now, the Emirates used to be known for oil. But the dynamics around the world in terms of trade is changing. The truth is that very soon people are going to be using electrical cars and the rest. Most of our fuel will be used in heavy industry. So very soon we are going to have self-driven cars that will not require, people are already developing things around the world. Like in Nigeria, there's one guy who developed a generator, a high power gen that uses water, solar energy. There are cars now that use solar energy. So very soon, fuel is not going to be that high commodity. It's not going to be that commodity in high demand that we know, because the dynamics around the world is changing. So there are other areas we need to be focusing our investment into. And this is a sector that have been proven over time that is very sustainable, and it has been able to raise so many billionaires. And this is real estate. And why are we focused in the Fako Real Estate? Why is Fako Real Estate our focus? So I'm going to just define what real estate is all about so that we get into the core of our conversation. What is real estate? The word real estate is also known as fixed property. In legal terms, properties, which is anything owned, is classified into two. So the word real estate is also known as fixed property. In legal terms, property, which is anything owned, is classified into two: fixed and portable. Mobile, hence property that cannot be moved around and can be touched and can be found by anybody in the right location is referred to as fixed or real estate. This implies that any property which include land, building, and natural resources that are not movable is referred as real estate. So we've gotten the definition on real estate. So why Fako? Why are we talking about Fako? Why Fako? Why is everything centered around Fako now? Why am I so concerned about Fako? I'm so much concerned about Fako because Fako have the potential of Lagos. Fako have the potential of Johannesburg. Fako have the potential of Manhattan. That's New York. I'm saying these people will be shocked, like, how can you compare Fako as, how do you want to compare Fako to New York? There was a time, if you watch the video of the people that built America, you will understand what I'm talking about. The truth is that so many people don't make use of history. And that is why they cannot actually make profitable real estate investment decision, because they don't take time to do analysis. They don't take time to read history. When I talk about that, Fako have the capacity of Lagos, Fako have the capacity of New York, Fako have the capacity of Johannesburg. If it is properly harnessed, if it's property structure, if it's property developed, if it's proper developed, properly developed. It has the capacity of New York, it has the capacity of Johannesburg, it has the capacity of Lagos. You are going to know as we dive deep into this conversation. The Fako, the new Fako is an emerging, the new Fako is emerging as real estate. The Fako is emerging as the new destination of real estate. So as real estate developers and futurists, we have done our analysis. We have followed other analysis done by Goldman Sachs. You know, Goldman Sachs is one of the biggest firms around the world that does analysis when it comes to investment. You know, they do a lot of investment analysis. They manage a lot of portfolio as far as investment is concerned around the world. So we have been able to read data across the globe. You know, we've seen potentials of different nations, and we try to carry a comparative analysis comparing with our business environment here in Cameroon. We try to look at Fako. We've discovered that the Fako real estate market have the same potential of that of Lagos, of that of Johannesburg. Let me just zero down to, you know, Africa, you know, that of Lagos, that of Johannesburg. There is a lot of potential that we ourselves, we have not been able to spot because we are blinded. We don't have access to data so that we can be able to take real-time decisions that can propel us to make a lot of catch out in this industry. But today I'm doing this for free. Like this session is more than $1,000. People have been asking me, why are you organizing this program for free? I said, this is just giving back to my community, because I've discovered that a lot of people, when they hear programs like this, like somebody like me, I've paid programs, I've paid a lot of real estate programs to learn, to study, because I know that with this, I can be able to bring financial freedom in my community. I can be able to develop generational wealth for my entire community, for my family, for my community. So, and that is why I've just decided that I'm going to be giving this free training from now right to September, and from September to upward. From next year, everything is just going to be paid. You know, none of my program is going to be less than $1,000. So if you want to attend this kind of programs, you need to really prepare yourself. Except we are going to give you a discount. So why Fako? Let's dive into. So the reason why we talk so much about Fako, I know that so many people in Cameroon get too political. I tell you that there's no way politics can. No, even if this country is good, even if this country have a very good policy, and if you don't invest, you are not still going to make money. If this country have a good policy, if you don't invest, you are not going to make money. If this country is bad, if you don't invest, you're not going to make money. If you complain, you are not going to make money. Because so many people are complaining that the country is bad, they are not investing. And even if the country was that good policy, good framework for investment, and you don't still invest, you are not still going to make money. So why, you know, you just need to be somebody that is very technical in your approach of doing things. You need to be very analytical. You need to follow professionals, people who know the way, people who have gone ahead of you, people who actually understand the real estate market, to guide you, to mentor you, to go through the process so that you can take investment decisions that can bring you a lot of returns at the end of the day. So why Fako? Why are we spotlighting Fako as a real estate investment destination, as the giant? You know, like I always tell people, like let's just do some few analysis. You know, before the Douala Seaport was constructed, you know, the Douala Seaport is around the Bonapriso, the Bonanjo axis. You know, when you go to Douala, along the Bonanjo axis, the Douala Seaport is along that axis. You know, like 25 years ago, you know, plots around that axis was very cheap, you know. But now, a square meter of land in Bonanjo, Douala, is 500,000. 500,000. It therefore means that if you need 400 square meter of land in Bonanjo, we are talking something about 200 million. CFA for you to have 400 square meters of land in Bonanjo. Do you see? But there was a time that people were selling land in Bonanjo for 1 million, and people were like, oh, this country, oh, this country, oh, this country, nothing will ever change. The truth is that we are not doing investment just for ourselves. We are not doing real estate investment just for ourselves. That is why you need to start early. I always encourage people, when you're 18, when you're 19, when you're 20, when you're 21, 24, 25, that's the best time to start investing in real estate. So that when you are in your 40s, let's say 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 50, you're already eating the return of your investment. Just imagine that you are 50, you invested in a land 25 years ago, large portion of land in hectares. Just imagine the value of that property when you are 50. That property will be valued in billions. So it's good for you to invest early. So why are we talking in Fako? Where 20 minutes from where I'm talking, 20 minutes from where I'm talking in Tico, I'm talking about Tico, you can drive, I'm in GRA, Boya. I will take 20 minutes to reach Tico. 20 minutes from where I'm talking, we are going to have an airport. I don't care, people may want to be political, but the truth is that the government, we already know that there's going to be an airport there. There are some young guys who are in their 20s, they are telling me that, oh, it's not going to happen, it's going to take so many years. You don't need to wait till the airport is fully implemented before you start investing. You will not even have money to start investing around that axis. So the best time to invest is now. No matter what happened, the airport, that commercial airport, the government has already mapped close to 200 and something hectares for this airport. It's going to be a commercial airport. It's going to be a commercial airport. So no matter what you're saying, oh, this thing is not going to happen, I'm telling you, the best thing to do to be on the wise side is for you to start investing. For you to start investing. The truth is that so many things are going to change. Yeah, so many things are going to change. So start investing now so that that airport will meet you there. They have already announced the airport. We don't know how long it will take for the airport to fully get operational. It can take 5 years. It can take 10 years. It's not your problem. Just invest and wait. 20 minutes from where I'm talking in GRA, 25 minutes from where I'm talking from GRA, the government have already announced a deep sea port in Limbe, and that's a natural port that is going to act as an alternative port in Lagos. So many people from Lagos are going to be clearing their goods from Cameroon. You know, that is going to generate a lot of revenue. There's going to be a lot of economic activities around Fako that is going to, so many people are going to be taken by surprise. But we are market analysts in the real estate sector. We have seen this. We have predicted the future. We've discovered that the best time to invest is now. You need to start investing now. Buy any bush around Tico. Buy any bush around Limbe. I know there's a lot of natural disaster in Limbe, because actually, if I want to give a very good advice to Limbe, I'm going to be having a lot of conversation, because I have a real estate business dominating talk where I'm going to be having conversation with government officials, corporate stakeholders on how we can start redesigning our cities. So there are a lot of conversation I'm going to be having in the days ahead with the Limbe City Council, because one of my real estate business dominating tour is going to be in Limbe. So I'm going to be having conversation with city mayors to tell them how they can manage drainage system in their community, how they can start building gated community. You know, we have a lot of security issues now. So one of the approach we can use to cut down security, like security issues, is for us to start getting into gated community. So, and this involves a lot of people. You need corporate organizations, you know, FI, financial institutions that need to come together. The government also need to get into it to build a policies that can make investment destination, very friendly in those localities. So we are going to be having that conversation. We're going to have it in we're going to have business dominating tour. We're going to be in Kribi, we're going to be in Tiko, we're going to be in Limbe, we're going to be in Boya, we're going to be in Douala, we're going to be in Yaoundé. So it's going to be massive because we want to change the dynamics, we want to change the narrative as far as real estate is concerned. So 25 minutes from where I'm talking to, there's going to be a seaport, a deep seaport. A deep seaport is a preferred seaport that is more than that of Douala, that of Kribi, a natural seaport. You know, some people just want to be political. Oh, it's not going to work. Please, it's not your problem. Just keep investing. You are not the only person that is going to reap from that investment. If you are going to be alive till then, good. But if you still invest, your children or your families are still going to reap. So even if it's going to take 10 years, 15 years, or even 10 years or 50 years, if you have invested and you have done right documentation of all your properties, your children are still going to thank you for passing through this world. Okay, so another thing that makes us to focus in Fako is the population growth. Everybody wants to live in Fako. You know, statistics have proven that every minute, about 25 persons get into Fako. Every minute, about 25 persons get into Fako for school, for work. Every minute, about 25 persons get into Fako for school, for work. So that population growth can drive a lot of development. The truth is that population is key to real estate appreciation. It's key. So there are key points. There are key spots of development. You know, you have Boya, that when you meet any land in Boya, yeah, there are other small villages in Boya. Because Boya is a mega city, Limbe is a mega city, Tiko is going to be a mega city. So all those small villages around that mega city, just buy lands in all those places. All those villages in Boya, buy lands. Forget about what is happening. Buy land in all those villages. All the villages in Limbe, buy land in all those villages. I'm telling you the truth. They are going to reconstruct Limbe entirely. People may complain, oh, landslide and all the rest. Yeah, a time is coming that the government is going to build policies that govern settlements. The policies are there, but the truth is that most of these policies have not been enforced. But I know we just need to trust our government that one day all these policies are going to be implemented. So universities, there are a lot of universities that scatter everywhere. In those days when we were growing up, you could not find a university in Tiko, you could not find a university in Limbe, you could only see university in Boya. But now universities are spread everywhere. So that mobility, that royal exodus, that migration from different towns into these our cities, you know, it's enough indication that everybody is going to Fako. Like I always say, look at where people are going to and start buying land there before they meet you there. Look at where people are going to and start buying land. Statistics are proving that everybody wants to live in Boya. So everybody is going to Boya. So go and buy land and start waiting for those people. Go and buy land in Fako and start waiting for those people to come and meet you. And when those people come and meet you there, you will start selling in high value. And one of the other things that is driving Fako, that is going to make Fako to be the spotlight of real estate development, is tech companies. If you come to Fako now, the dynamics are changing. There are a lot of tech companies. And if you want to understand, one of the things that have changed in the United States, it's not industrial revolution. It's not heavy industries that have changed the America economy and all the rest. Everybody want to be in America. What is changing America now is tech. And the truth is that our community in Cameroon, Boya is the tech hub. So many young people now have skills that they can be able to source jobs everywhere around the world. And they can be able to source jobs from everywhere around the world, and they can be able to pay rent even above 250,000. They can pay rent per month. You know, it's happening. So this is an indicator that if you invest in real estate, there are a lot of returns you can make. Okay, how can you be part of this real estate development agenda in Fako? This is where you should focus. I've given you analysis, spotlights, track record on how you can invest, the possibility for investment in Fako. So there are three ways. There are three ways you can be part of this real estate development agenda of Fako. You can get in as a rater, you can get in as a developer, you can get in as an investor. So as a rater, raters are real estate agents who helps individuals and organizations buy and sell properties. Who are raters? Raters are real estate agents who help individuals and organizations buy and sell property. You can be an independent rater, or you can be a marketer under a credible high street real estate brand like Crown Homes Holding and make commission. So there are different ways you can penetrate this industry. You can either penetrate this as a rater. You can be a rater, you are selling properties on behalf of Crown Homes. That's why we have a vision to be one of the biggest real estate franchise in Africa, something like Keller Williams in the US. We have studied their models and we have studied other real estate models around the world. So we are building, we have developed our own model. So you can be an independent rater, or you can be a rater under our own credible brand. We are a high street brand when it comes to real estate in Cameroon and in Africa, Crown Homes Holdings. And you make commission from 5% to 10%, depending on the real estate deal. So you can be a real estate developer. There are other ways you can be. You can be a real estate developer, but to get to this level of developer, you must have, because real estate is a high ticket industry, it requires a lot of capital. But there are ways you can penetrate the industry to build capital. So you can start building your capital at the level of rater. When you sell property on behalf, you use our marketing material. When we launch our new estate, since we are promoting the aspect of start building gated community. So when we have an estate that we want to launch, you can take our flyers, you can customize it, you start sending it to your contacts. When your contacts are requesting our offers, they want to buy. As they buy, they close the deal, we send your commission. You have 5 to 10% depending on the deals, 5 to 10% depending on the deals. We send your commission. So you can start saving up as a rater. And before you know it now, you move from a rater to a developer, where you now have money that you can acquire properties and start developing, start doing full-scale development. That is, you start constructing your own mini estates. You can start constructing your own mini estates. Let's say you can go somewhere, you buy like 5,000 square meters. You buy like 5,000 square meters. Within that 5,000 square meter, you can be able to build houses there that can take like 30 to 100 person. Very good location. You can start doing that. So real estate developers are individuals or corporates or corporations who take the initiative to spot real estate investment opportunity, analyze, finance, construct to sell or to rent. So you can construct. So when you get to the level where you have saved up, you can get to the level where you finance real estate project. You can construct yourself to sell or to rent. You understand? We are going to be introducing in our company the option to sell. So we are going to start selling apartments. So rather than you going somewhere to rent an apartment, you can decide to buy an apartment and you just stay there forever. And you decide that you want to build your house in future, you can leave the apartment and start renting it. It's also a stream of income. You understand? Just imagine, you start renting. You may start as a young man. There may be an apartment that you may decide to buy it in a luxurious location for 25 million, 30 million. You buy the apartment in that location. You buy it, you live there, let's say for 10 years. And after that, you build your own house, you leave the apartment, you start renting the apartment. You know, the apartment start giving you money. Some people may get 30 million, they think that 30 million is so much money. It's not so much money, man. The truth is that a time will come in this city of Boyada, you know, I'm saying this, and I'm always saying this, and I want you people to hear this carefully. If you even have time, please, can you jot this down? The truth is that 15 years from now, their location in Boyadat, you are going to be paying 2-bedroom for not less than $3,000. For not less than $3,000. For not less than $3,000. You may be taking this as a joke, but the truth is that these are things that are going to be happening, and it's going to take so many people by surprise. It's going to be a shocker. But as you are following this program, I believe that God is opening your eyes. Please, if you're getting value, can you write on the chat box that I'm getting value? So, real estate investor. So, a real estate investor invests capital in property. You buy and sell properties and make profit. They're investors, you know, they just have their money. They just want to buy. When they buy, they want to flip. They buy after some time, they just flipped. You know, things like this happen a lot in the US. Like people buy properties, you know, they just hold it for some time and they flip it. So it happens in the US. And there are so many Cameroonians who are in the US, they don't even know this model. That is why mentorship is key in every industry. There are so many Cameroonians who travel abroad. Oh, they will take a house on mortgage, a very big house. Somebody will go to take a very big house of 5-bedroom with a basement. And they are just there, oh, showing pictures every day. Oh, we have a very big house in the US. When my mother comes, they are going to stay here. When my family comes, they are going to stay here. But they don't know that that same mortgage that they have taken, that they are going to pay, let's say, for the next 20 to 25 years. The next 20 to 25 years, they are going to pay, because most of the mortgage extend right to 25 years. They're going to pay from 20 to 25 years. A lot of mortgage happen like that. They're going to pay like 20 to 25 years. So that same mortgage, you can take that apartments, like you can take that 5-bedroom duplex with that basement. You can take it and actually partition it and start giving it out for rent. You can find people in the community. There are so many people that are coming into the US that don't have where to stay. You can say, oh, you can come here, you can pay me like $1,500. You can pay me like $2,000. You can pay me like this, you know. They can come there and they live there, and they will be the one paying your mortgage. They will be the one paying your mortgage. But because of pride, we don't want to understand the strategy, the rudiments on how we can come out from financial, you know, bondage, financial struggle. A lot of people have deployed that strategy who have come across us, experts in this industry. They have deployed that strategy, and they are living there are people who have taken first mortgage and they are paid off. They are in their third mortgage, they have paid off. They are in their phone mortgage, they are paid off. So they have property that's spread across, and they had to use that model. That's another model for another day that we can talk about it. For diasporans who want to invest into real estate, I want to make a lot of cash flow from the real estate, they can be able to contact me. I can give them, you know, professional guides on how to go about it. So since real estate is capital intensive, we have decided as a company to introduce our real estate investment fractional ownership option. I always talk about it because this is a new model in Cameroon. We are introducing, we have decided to introduce our real estate investment fractional ownership option, where 10 to 20% can own a single real estate investment for life through our investment platform called My Next Land First. So we are going to be launching My Next Land First. We are developing the application. We are going to be launching that. So 2 to 10% can own investment. You know, it's only in Cameroon that this person wants to say, oh, I'm the owner, I'm the owner. The truth is that you can own something that is not giving you money. It doesn't still make sense. You can own something that is not giving you money, because there are people that are good in raising finance. There are people that are very good in marketing. You bring all these people together. There are people who are good in branding. You bring all these people together and you build something. You just stay and you're receiving your dividends at the end of the year or quarterly. It depends on how the business is structured. So these are systems we are introducing. Okay. Are you getting value? If you're getting value, please can you write on the chat box that you're getting value? I love this conversation today because the last one, man, some guys were just killing me, especially one of my friends from Germany, man. They were just killing me with noise, but this is very interesting. So when you buy early, like I always tell people that when you buy property early, you buy cheap and sell later very expensive. The truth is that there are so many people who are procrastinating. Oh, a lot of procrastinations. There's a lot of procrastination. So many young people just want to be seeing the digit in their phone. You know, oh, I have money. They are seeing the digit in their phone. Oh, I have money. I have money. I have money. You know, the bank is using their money to generate a lot of income, a lot of profit for themselves. They're just there, oh, I have money. I have money. I have money. So the truth is that when you buy early, I always encourage young people, even parents, it's good to start schooling your children, to start investing in real estate very early. Somebody like me, I started investing in real estate very early. I thank God that I was exposed to a lot of books. I started really reading books quite early, so I fell into real estate. I started reading, you know, I started investing in real estate very early. I'm not just saying something that I've read in books. God has blessed us as a company. We have been able to acquire properties in so many destinations. So we didn't start with a lot of money. The truth is that we just had the passion and we started working. And we have been able to buy a lot of properties, a lot. And we even want to start buying in different countries like Nigeria, Ghana, and Rwanda. So there are a lot of things that are going to be happening. And the truth is that we don't want you people to be left behind. And that's why we are going to be introducing a lot of investment vehicles that you yourself, you can invest in real estate, not multi-level marketing scheme that so many people have been duped, so many people have been scammed. Real estate is the only real investment, is the only tangible investment that you yourself, you can see. You see your investment on a daily basis. I know there's talk out there, you know, everybody is talking about the financial market and the rest. All of us, we are studying forex, we have studied the stocks and the other. But the truth is that if you want to do a comparative analysis with real estate and stock, real estate is a giant. It's a giant investment. It's a sustainable investment. Stock can scratch at any time. The financial market can scratch at any time. But your real estate is always there. And cash flow is certain. People are always going to look for shelter. People want, in short, as I'm talking with you like that, people are looking for houses where to rent and they are not finding it. There's a lot of the housing deficit in Fako is very high. And that's why we want to start building luxurious homes for high net worth clients. And you can be part of it through our vehicle called My Next Land Invest. Get into our fractional ownership investment plans. So like I said, 15 years from now, 400 square meters of land in Fako will be above 300 million. It will be above 300 million. Go to Bonanjo. A square meter of land is 500,000 and above for a square meter of land. 400 square meter of Bonanjo, as I'm talking to you now, is 200 million. And you will not even see it because it's not there. Most of the people now in Bonanjo, they are taking the approach of places like places like Bel Air in California, where people are now selling the airspace. I'm not saying in Bonanjo they sell airspace, but most of the approach that people are using in Bonanjo now, they give their land for lease. You use it for 25 years. Anything you are built on it after 25 years or 30 years or 40 years, my children own it or my grandchildren owns it. You see, so people are not interested in selling land anymore because they have discovered the value of land. So the Fako real estate market is the spotlight now because it has same capacity of Lagos if fully exploited in terms of resources, both human and natural resource. We have the natural resources. I don't even want to talk about natural resources because most of the problems we have in Africa is geared toward natural resources. But the truth is that the dynamics are changing. What people are more concerned about now around the world is human resource. Because human resources have the capacity to change any nation. Go to Singapore. Singapore is just Singapore. There was a time that we Cameroonians were supporting Singapore. We Cameroonians were supporting China. But that same China now will go and buy goods from China. Because why? The Chinese decided to build their own economy. They decided to build their own economy. So the government have mapped out, like I earlier said in our slide, above 200 hectares of land to construct a commercial airport. And that will attract a lot of economic activities in Fako. A lot of economic activities in Fako. A lot of people want to live in Fako. A lot of expatriates want to live in Fako. The Fako tourism industry is going to boom. It's going to boom. We're going to have a lot of 5-star hotels in Fako, 5-star hotels scattered in Fako. We're going to have a lot of luxurious location in Fako. You know, we have the sea, it's an advantage to us. We have the mountain, it's an advantage to us. There are people who want to construct electronic train to go to this to go to the mountain. So it's an advantage to us. There are a lot of things that God has just made it a possibility for Fako, that we ourselves will need to take advantage and start investing. So the Libre Deep Sea Port will boost our economy and drive development for housing. A lot expert, right? There will be a lot of transaction going on. So one other thing that is that makes Fako the spotlight for real estate investment. Our middle income class is rapidly growing since our millennials now have skills they can source for remote jobs and make above $2,000 monthly. They can pay for apartment $250K and above if they perceive high taste. I'm not just saying any kind of apartment. The truth is that the apartment is supposed to have high taste. There are houses you go just to the toilet, you have an experience. You go to the kitchen, just the kitchen cabinet, just the way the kitchen is structured. You just want to pay. You just want to pay high. You just want to pay high, man. You just want to pay. So let's build the city of Fako. 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 So please, if you have question, if you are getting value, can you just write, I'm getting value? Oh, can you just write, I'm getting value? Because very soon we are going to be shorting this conversation. Somebody say I'm getting much value. That's okay. Somebody say I'm getting value. Somebody say I'm getting Asongacha. I don't know where Asongacha is following me from, but if you can write where he's following from, Grace Asu. I don't know. Yeah, that's okay. Annabelle says she's getting value. Okay, that's good. Pen says getting value. So there are a lot of people who are giving feedback. I love this feedback. I love this feedback, man. This is boosting my energy. I love this feedback. I love this feedback. So Marion says she's getting value. So please, can you just write me where you're following me from? Okay. Just write me where you're getting me from, where you're following me from. Okay. Somebody, you are very correct. Somebody say you are very correct, sir. Dubai in particular was a vast desert and Cameroon even supported them years ago. But today, oh my God, today today, years ago, but today is the best city in the world for tourism vacation. So anyway, that's somebody that also lives in Dubai. So he's just giving his Dubai experience. So this is good, man. This is good. So I'm going to be shutting this conversation. I'm going to be shutting down. I'm going to be shutting down soon. Yeah, so please, if you have questions, can you just go on the chat box and ask your question? Can you just go on the chat box and ask your question, please? If you have question, you just go on the chat box and ask your question. Yeah. If you have question, please, can you just go on the chat box and ask your question? Just go on the chat box and ask your question. Go on the chat box and ask your question. Okay. Following from Kumba, yeah, there's Kumbo Christian following Kumba. Wow, that's great. That's my classmates, my bench mates from primary school. Is a teacher there in Kumba. We're sitting a very strong mathematician. So Kumbo Christian, I'm happy that you joined this conversation. I have Bertrand following from Boya. Okay, that's good. That's good. Please, can you ask question, because very soon we are going to be shutting down. We're going to be shutting down, so please ask your question. And I also like you to, when we have programs like this, it's good to share with your family members. So we are going to be making the video available. Normally, you were supposed to buy the video. The value of this video is $47. So normally you are supposed to buy it. It's $47. You are supposed to buy the video. But we are going to give a discount for people who want to get the video to actually go through it and the rest. Okay. So please, is there anyone with a question? Okay, we have Christian following from Bamenda. That's great. That's great. That's great. Following from Bamenda. That's great. We're happy that you're following from Bamenda. Hello, sir. Okay, let me just get question. Somebody say, okay, let me see. I'm going to be asking the question. How can one be a realtor for Crown Homes? Okay. Yeah, you can. You can be a realtor with Crown Homes. I'm just going to, anyway, Amma is going to drop my business contact where you can get to us on the chat. So Amma, can you do that? Amma is going to drop our business contact on the chat so that you can get to us, so that we can do a follow-up conversation on that. He said, how can one be a realtor for Crown Homes? That's good. Please, do you accept volunteer? Can I bring in my digital marketing skill as well as a development skill? If it's possible, I will also take the opportunity to learn more. Yes, so Amma is going to drop our numbers on the chat so that you can get to us on WhatsApp. That's from Sabina. Sabina, I think she's from Bamenda also. Okay, no, Boya. Then somebody says, sir, that's Asongacha, sir, please, how can a young man enter this system, given that the market requires a lot of capital? No, there are ways you can get into real estate investment. You don't need to have so much capital. You can start. There's a day that I'm going to teach how you can start with zero capital to become a billionaire in real estate investment. So you can actually start with nothing. So if you want to know more, you can get into my mentorship program, where I'm going to train you on how to start without capital. I will train you on that. Remember, I said we are running a real estate university called Babila George University, which is the premier real estate university in Africa, because we have discovered that a lot of people get into real estate investment without pre-knowledge in the industry. So we want to close that gap by training people to actually understand on how to make profitable real estate decision. Somebody wrote, Combo Christian say real estate is a big investment jackpot, sir. That's great. That's great. Somebody say I started following a little late, but it was a great and worth it, sir. Thank you, Mr. Christian. That's my classmate. Somebody that I really admire. We did a lot of things back then in school. We were sitting together, a very good mathematician. In short, he actually teach me math. You understand? So I was supposed to, okay, somebody said I was supposed to say something. Okay. I don't know, but you can see it on the chat, pen. You can see it on the chat, because I just needed to mute everybody because our last conversation was not the best. There were a lot of distraction. Somebody say, I'm on fire for real estate now. I can't let this opportunity pass me. Okay. Tiabo Martino. Okay, that's good. I'm happy for that feedback. I'm happy. Please, you need to share this opportunity with your family, especially those of your family members who are overseas, who want to invest in real estate. The truth is that when they discover that you have knowledge in the industry, they are going to entrust you with their money as well. When they understand, because a lot of time people just give money to family members who they themselves have not even invested in real estate. Just imagine you want to buy a first property, you're carrying a cousin of yours or maybe your brother who have never invested in real estate, and you want him to assess your investment to tell you to take decision. No, you need to look for a credible real estate company when you want to buy property. Don't even go through real estate agent. Any agent who cannot identify with a company, a credible company, you are not supposed to buy property from that kind of an agent.